We're going to have a quorum in 60 seconds. Just watch. All right, good afternoon. We are reconvening the open portion of the closed session agenda, and we're going to begin with the Pledge of Allegiance, and I will turn to County Executive James Williams to lead us. Oh. So sorry, we're going to do a very quick roll call.
Supervisor Arenas is absent. Supervisor Chavez is absent. Supervisor Simidian? Here. Vice President Lee?
Present.
President Ellenberg?
Yes.
Thank you. You have a quorum.
To the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item 7 is to consider recommendations relating to certificates of appreciation, commendations, and proclamations, and I would look for a motion to approve.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Thank you very much. Let's vote on this item, please.
Supervisor Simidian? Aye. Vice President Lee?
Aye.
President Ellenberg?
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
Passes 3-0.
All right. So moving to item 8, we have a series of ceremonial presentations which we're going to make, after which we will engage in our program for Certificates of Appreciation to Employee Excellence Award honorees for this month. But looking first, our first proclamation today, item 8A, is to present a proclamation declaring the week of November 12th through 18th, 2023, as United Against Hate Week in Santa Clara County. And I'm going to come up here. And join me. There you are. And then for those of you who have come to this meeting today specifically to stand against hate, I would ask you to stand now and remain standing throughout the presentation of this proclamation. I would also invite, thank you, my colleagues and administration on the dais, it's hard to do it this way, to join me down here if you'd like to do so. Since its inception by a group of Bay Area activists in 2018, United Against Hate Week has spread to more than 200 communities, including all of Los Angeles County, numerous faith-based, LGBTQ+, and human rights organizations, and is beginning to spread across the country. Of course, it's heartbreaking that we need to take such a public and active stand against hate, but evidently it's not a given. It is galling that nearly none of us is safe from hateful words, discrimination based on our race, ethnicity, gender identity, religion, sexual orientation, country of origin, or immigration status. From the appalling rise in anti-Asian hate during and following the pandemic, to the ongoing violence against trans individuals and the very recent significant spikes in anti-Semitism and Islamophobia, I truly wonder whether all our talk about welcoming immigrants and being a safe, inclusive community, embracing diversity, etc., really holds up when so many people feel alone, frightened, and silenced. I'm going to share a few incidents that have been brought to my direct attention, and I am only one person, over the past month. A transgender girl at a San Jose high school confessed to her mother that she is regularly assaulted in the bathroom at school, despite her school district's vocal commitments to embracing diversity, including gender identity, and ensuring safe spaces. A local Asian American candidate for office was told there are enough Asians in elected positions and that she needed to pull back to give others space. A 7-year-old Muslim first grader at a San Jose school, newly arrived in the US and non-English speaking, was beaten during their first week of school. A mosque in San Jose was vandalized and the interior destroyed. Police proclaimed it as a hate crime. An older adult from Afghanistan was walking in a San Jose neighborhood with a friend, speaking their native language, when a neighbor asked if they were from Afghanistan. With pride, they responded yes, and the neighbor proceeded to curse at them. Afghan refugees in San Jose are afraid to leave their homes and travel by bus for fear of being targeted, especially those who are wearing hijab. Children are being told to take their scarves off in public so as not to become targets. Some ELS students will only participate in Zoom classes because they fear showing up in person. A Holocaust survivor stated she feels like she's part of a movie, and the movie is replaying scenes from the early to mid-1930s when the precursors to the Holocaust were starting to appear and look just like they do today. My cousin, who is also my neighbor, awoke this past Saturday morning to find a flyer in his driveway with the headline calling Jews baby penis sucking and declaring that everyone should hate the baby penis vampires. Also this weekend, a Muslim student at Stanford was hit by a car, and that is believed to be a deliberate hate crime as well. So tell me, if we proclaim today that we are united against hate, will it be true? I hope so, because our lives depend on it. Hate is literally bad for our health, both feeling it and experiencing it. Hate will kill us. I've asked Mariko Sayak, former mayor of Los Gatos, and unfortunately a recent target of vicious anti-Asian and anti-trans hate, to receive this proclamation today. When thousands of residents rallied to her side, donned United Against Hate t-shirts, and marched through the streets of Los Gatos, I was there. And it means the world to me that you are here today. Would you like to say a few words? Just pull that. Okay.
Thank you, President Ellenberg and Supervisor Simidian, Supervisor Lee, Mr. Williams, and thank you all. I'm just equally honored. You stood by our side when the town of Los Gatos was receiving hate. And just as these acts of violence continues, I stand here to stand with each and every one of you as a responsibility, not because I'm the recipient, because it's the right thing to do. And only as we stand united can we really try to eradicate what so many people are feeling on a daily basis. So thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your activism, and thank you all for standing united with us today.
And what feels very weird, we're going to turn around in a minute and take a picture with the proclamation. But following this item, my team member, Chris Core, are you in here, Chris? Way in the back waving, will be in the breezeway filming 20-second videos for social media for anyone who would like to make a public statement regarding their stand against hate. To all of you who came today and stood here and stopped whatever else you were doing in your very busy lives, I am deeply, deeply grateful and touched. I hope we all promise to live by the words of the proclamation that the Board of Supervisors has approved today. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful and safe and blessed day. And if you're interested in the video, Chris is in the breezeway. Thank you so much, everyone. Our next ceremonial item is to acknowledge Transgender Awareness Month, and I would invite the representative from the Office of LGBTQ Affairs to join me. All of you join me. Outstanding. So we both fight against hate and celebrate our differences. Gender is a rich and diverse part of the human experience and a deep and personal journey for many. Individuals who identify as transgender and gender nonconforming make courageous decisions about when and where to reveal their true selves, often facing a world that may not fully understand or accept them. The weight of this decision is substantial, as it can mean the difference between acceptance and discrimination, safety and danger, authenticity and concealment, even life and death. Despite the progressive bent of our county, the fact that we created the first office of LGBTQ affairs in the nation, and the inclusive values we purport to espouse, the transgender community right here continues to grapple with discrimination, including in hiring, bias, violence, and a wide range of threats. Over the past 54 years, the United States has made significant strides toward achieving equality for all its citizens. Yet even as we've moved forward, a stark reality confronts us. There is an organized assault to halt and even reverse the march of justice. Anti-LGBTQ bills are cropping up in state legislatures across the country, systematically targeting transgender individuals, LGBTQ plus youth, drag performers, healthcare, adoptions, education, and equal employment rights. It is in the face of this adversity that we observe Transgender Awareness Month. This month serves as a beacon of hope, created to complement Transgender Day of Remembrance, which solemnly honors the memory of transgender lives lost in acts of anti-transgender violence. It also encompasses Transgender Awareness Week, dedicated to raising the visibility of transgender people and addressing the unique challenges they face. It should not be lost on anyone that both these observances take place in the month of November, a month when we come together to recognize and to remember, and hopefully to do better, to be better allies, be better protectors, literally walk the walk of all our good intentions. This November, please join me in paying tribute to the individuals who are not only fighting for their right to live authentically and freely, but also for a world where the diversity of gender identity is actually celebrated, respected, and protected. The safety of any of us depends on the embrace of all of us. If we are not here for one another, who will be here for us? Today, I am very proud to present the Office of LGBTQ Affairs with a proclamation signed by myself and my colleagues declaring the month of November Transgender Awareness Month in Santa Clara County. And I would invite Sarah Fernando to say a few words before we do the acceptance and photo.
Thank you, President Ellenberg, Board of Supervisors, Executive Leadership, just for this honor. My name is Sarah. I use she, her pronouns, and I lead and manage the County of Santa Clara Office of LGBTQ Affairs. It's rather a time for us to reflect and be joyful for celebrating the contributions and the efforts for transgender, non-binary, and gender expansive folks during this month, while also acknowledging that every November 20th, the transgender community celebrates Transgender Day of Remembrance. This year alone, around 25 trans, non-binary, and gender expansive individuals lost their lives due to anti-trans violence. And this epidemic has to stop. This is something that me personally, through many Trans Day of Remembrance events being held at San Jose City Hall, at Billy DeFrank Center, and various other institutions, inclusive of this space that we have right here. We actually celebrated one Transgender Day of Remembrance. It's a way to honor the legacy of those who died due to anti-trans bigotry, hatred, and violence. So as much of this is an honor for us to be able to accept, we honor the legacy of all trans and non-binary people that contribute, that live 100% as their authentic self, and are able to push forward the work that we are able to do within the Office of LGBTQ Affairs. So we thank you for this honor, and we do have a lot of events lined up to celebrate Transgender Day of Remembrance. Thank you for this honor.
Now we get to celebrate a birthday. Isn't county government awesome? I'd like to invite Mr. Leon Hashimoto and his daughter Lori Smith to join me at the podium now. Happy birthday, sir. That's for you. That's for you. It is a crazy huge privilege to stand here with Mr. Leon Hashimoto just ahead of his 105th birthday. I'll talk first, then you. Mr. Hashimoto was born on November 10th, 1918, in Aberdeen, Iowa, to Tokichi and Hana Hashimoto, and was one of 4 children. His life journey exemplifies a relentless pursuit of knowledge. He earned a coveted spot at UC Berkeley, go Bears, but was unable to attend due to the constraints of war. Undeterred, he later enrolled at La Sierra College, where at the relatively young age of 70, he achieved his certification as a nurse assistant. Mr. Hashimoto has dedicated his life in service to his country, serving honorably in the Armed Forces, the Merchant Marines, and the United States Coast Guard. He built a beautiful family with his beloved wife, Esther, with whom he raised 3 children and was later blessed with 4 grandchildren. Mr. Hashimoto is a man of many talents. He has worked as a farmer, a skilled pressman, and a compassionate certified nurse assistant. These roles, as well as his military service, exemplify his deep commitment to serving the United States of America in a wide variety of ways. Mr. Hashimoto is known for creating cherished memories, actively engaging with the Japanese church, and passionately advocating for youth in his role as a Pathfinder director. He is an avid an avid sports enthusiast, ardently supporting the San Francisco 49ers and the Golden State Warriors. And today, I am proud to present Mr. Leon Hashimoto with a happy birthday card, here otherwise known as a commendation, signed by myself and my colleagues on the Board of Supervisors. Mr. Hashimoto, would you like to share any words of wisdom with us? We certainly want to know your secrets for a long and meaningful life.
I want to thank you very much for this honor that you bestowed upon me. But it's more than all of that. You have loved me. To know that you have done it. Lord, my daughter and son-in-law today, we're going to, and they need to put a tie on and this and that. So what you coming here?
You look good.
But I think we've been honored. But above all of this, I have been loved. Thank you so much. And all the people that are here, God is
You get a standing ovation.
Thank you. I know a little poor language like gracias, thank you, arigato, and that is from the bottom of my heart. That's my love that you have expressed. That's kept me going a little longer and appreciate your service. Thank you.
We're going to sing happy birthday. Ready, you guys? Happy birthday to Leon. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Leon. Happy birthday to you.
They're going to take a
We're
picture.
going to take a picture if you'll just turn around right the other way. And I can't help note that as I said maybe 10 minutes ago, that hate can kill us. Clearly, love can sustain us. How gorgeous is this? We're going to face this way, the photographer's over here.
Dad, right here. We're going to stand here.
Just stand. There we go. Don't worry. Okay, perfect. Lovely. It's okay.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Lori. Thank you so much.
Thank you for doing this.
Absolutely. Don't forget his name. Yes, that's very heavy. What's the best way to? Can we have somebody fill out?
Yeah, Tina got it.
Tina's going to help you out. Okay.
Thank you, Tina.
Thanks, Tina.
Congratulations.
All right. That's it for my role. We have one more commendation today that is going to be presented. Thank you. To Luisa Boada, in honor of her tenure as Chief Executive Officer of Ravenswood Family Health Network, and that will be presented by my colleague, Supervisor Simidian. Thank you all. Excellent hover.
It is nice to have some joyful moments. Luisa Buada, would you please come on up? The gait is counterintuitive, and you will give this good woman a round of applause. I will. Oh, come on. Come on. I can tell you why she is worthy of this. For those of you who do not know the name Luisa Buada, let me just share with you that for something like 50 years now, she has been tending to the health and well-being of folks throughout the Bay Area, everywhere from Salinas to Berkeley to San Mateo County to Santa Clara County. And it was 20 plus years ago in South San Mateo County, an area that I've been privileged to represent in the state legislature, that folks came together and said, our community needs more. We need a better system of health care. We need someone to help us figure that out. And somebody said, well, what about Luisa Buada? And so they said, good idea, and sat down. And Luisa was there literally before day one to figure out just what such a model might look like and how we could bring affordable health care to people of modest means, people who were in underserved communities. And she was the brains of the outfit, if I may say so, when the moment of creation came. That being said, then you need somebody to be the CEO, so they said, well, let's get Luisa to be the interim CEO while we figure this out. And so she became the interim CEO of what was then known as the Ravenswood Health Clinic. And then as people were looking around for the ideal CEO for Ravenswood, they said, well, we already have the ideal CEO. Her name is Luisa Buada. Why don't we ask if she'll stick around? And so 20 plus years later, Luisa's work at Ravenswood grew that organization from literally 300 folks served in its early days in the early 2000s, 20 years later to more than 20,000 people a year who are served by the Ravenswood Health Clinic family. Now, all of that in the context of 50 years, including not only folks in San Mateo and Santa Clara County, as I said, would be enough to take a moment and to pay homage and to give some respect. But there were two other things I want to mention. We had a marvelous network of community-based clinics in the North County area that I'm privileged to represent in Palo Alto, Mountain View, Sunnyvale, where my colleague Supervisor Lee knows the important work of the Mayview Community Health Clinics, who were there for decades, but who finally realized that change in the way healthcare was delivered in this country and the change in funding streams meant that they couldn't make it work, and they worried they had to close their doors. And so I said, well, wait. Let's see if we can't find some way for the county to provide a transition while we sort out what a 21st century healthcare model might look like for folks in the North County who, quite frankly, had nowhere else to go. And so on a very personal level, I want to say thank you, Luisa, for stepping up. Today, if you squint at the signs in front of these health clinics, what you'll realize is that they're still Mayview clinics, but they are operating under the auspices of, they are part of the family of Ravenswood Family Health Clinic operations. And those three clinics continue to serve people of modest means, people in underserved communities, because Luisa and the folks at Ravenswood stepped up, worked across the artificial boundaries that are our county lines, and said these folks need and deserve the quality of health care that we can provide. We're going to make sure that continues to happen. So I want to give her a personal thank you for that. And in the last but not least category, Luisa, and then I really will stop talking and give you your recommendation. In the last but not least category, we've all been through something we never quite imagined, a global pandemic. And I think there were a lot of lessons learned, but one of the lessons learned was people need healthcare where people need healthcare, not where it's convenient to deliver it, not where we have pre-existing facilities, but out in their homes and their workplaces and their neighborhoods and their communities. And when we figured that out, and it made itself apparent pretty quickly, we turned again to the folks at Ravenswood and said to Luisa, can you figure a way to make that happen? And she said, let's work together on the mobile van. And that mobile van was, along with some help from the city of Palo Alto, suddenly in place and available to go out and deliver services where people were, where they needed the help. And I want to add one more thank you for that, Luisa Buada. And now, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Supervisors for the County of Santa Clara, I want to say thank you one more time and wish you well as you enter the next chapter of your life, retiring from Ravenswood next month. I cannot imagine what that next chapter will be, but I know it will be a grand and glorious one, and one for which we have the opportunity to say thank you yet again. Would you please join me in thanking this good woman for half a century of work in the field of healthcare? And can I get my colleagues to come down? Louisa, would you like to say a word, please?
Well, you know, it's fascinating because I was listening to Leon's becoming a CNA at age 70, and I went, I'm 70. But I'm actually going to be the director of capital projects, so I'm still around 3 days a week. We're building more health centers, but I am turning over the reins to one of our internal candidates, Graylin Jocks, who's going to run the health center. So we are making a very smooth transition, but I will still be out there creating healthcare services, safety net services with our community health center, Ravenswood Family Health Network, and gardening.
Okay. We are, for the record, we're pro-gardening here as well. So can you give us a round of applause as I persuade my colleagues to come down for a ceremonial presentation? You hold on to that.
So proud of you.
I'm just going to want you to tilt it down.
So it doesn't.
Anti-glare.
We've done this before.
Thank you. Luisa Buada, thank you very much for all your good work.
All right, folks. We are at item 9, which is to present certificates of appreciation to Employee Excellence Award honorees for November 2023. If you are one of those honorees, please come on up and take a seat on the podium. Dais.
Yeah, come on up, grab a seat if you're an honoree. Yeah, let's give a huge round of applause. Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is always a very exciting time of the month where we get a chance to honor and recognize just a few of our truly extraordinary and dedicated public servants who work here at the county. And today we're going to hear a few inspiring stories from colleagues from the Santa Clara County Library District, the Finance Agency, Department of Correction, Public Defender's Office, Social Services Agency, County Health System, Roads and Airports Department, and Valley Health Plan. So I will read a little bit that was provided by your department about you. I'll call you up one at a time. Then you'll step behind, get your certificate, and take a photo with President Ellenberg. And then when we're all done, we'll take a group photo. So feel free to cheer and applaud for our recipients. And we're going to start with Chris Pennington from the library. Well, I will go ahead and read a little bit about Chris. The Santa Clara County Library District is fortunate to have a thoughtful and dedicated librarian advocating for youth at the county's juvenile justice centers, Juvenile Hall, and the William F. James Boys Ranch in Morgan Hill. Chris has more than 17 years of library experience, which she brings to her role of providing young people of all ages a welcoming and comfortable experience. Chris played a lead role in implementing library services for justice-involved youth in 2022. They enjoy weekly library visits during which she helps them discover favorite genres, books, and authors. Many of these young people have shared with Chris that they did not read books before they were incarcerated.
Sorry, I didn't know I was supposed to stand.
Oh.
And then I was pretending I don't know those people.
Chris also coordinates with the Santa Clara County Office of Education and the county's probation department to make sure that the services she provides aligns with their goals. Chris is a supportive and solution-oriented colleague who positively affects everyone with whom she works. She empowers youth to make transformative choices and make sure they connect with their closest public library when they are released. Seeing her work in the relationships she has created is inspiring. She's highly deserving of this recognition. Kudos, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you.
Christina Frosto. Christina has been a beacon of excellence in her remarkable 29-year tenure at the Clerk Recorder's Office. As a key figure in the indexing division, her extraordinary skills and meticulous attention to detail have set a high standard for quality service. Her dedication and commitment have been instrumental in her promotion as the lead in the division. Christina has been extremely helpful and instrumental to the formation of the Restrictive Covenant Modification Program team, which is tasked with finding and redacting unlawful, restrictive, and racist language in over 24 million county clerk recorder records. She exhibits impressive leadership skills working with the Recomp project, which requires extreme attention to detail, organizational, and time management skills. Christina continues to provide enhanced service to the community as a translator and goes above and beyond to assist the community members with patience and respect. Christina's innovative contributions and dedication to improvement make her an invaluable asset to the county. She exemplifies respect and honesty in every interaction, earning the admiration of her colleagues. Thank you, Christina.
Thank you, sir.
Raymond Gonzalez. Raymond is an IT field support specialist with the Sheriff's Office. His exceptional organizational abilities and leadership skills help and inspire his colleagues and team members. Raymond is dedicated and motivated to do whatever is necessary to resolve customer issues rapidly and effectively. He has a positive, high-energy attitude with a personal touch, leaving a lasting impression on everyone he deals with. This attitude, coupled with skills and dedication, plays a vital role in the operation of the department. Raymond recently demonstrated his compassion and willingness to jump into action when he was eating lunch at a local restaurant, and a distressed diner called out that her grandmother was choking. Raymond immediately rushed to the woman and performed the Heimlich maneuver to dislodge a piece of meat that had become stuck in her throat, saving her life. That's Raymond, committed and ready to help others in need. He's a pleasure to work with, and colleagues know him for his innate kindness and ability to inspire and uplift those around him. Congratulations. Doreen McMorris. Doreen is a caring and detail-oriented legal clerk with the Public Defender's Office. Doreen first joined the office in 2010 as an Extra Help Office Specialist 1 and took a permanent position as a legal clerk in 2015. She is hardworking, collaborative, organized, and always willing to take on new challenges. She also cares deeply about how her work impacts clients. Doreen's current position is with the Drug Treatment Court and Young Adults Deferred Entry of Judgment Unit. She reconciles and preps calendars for attorneys, closes files, and pulls or tracks old files for record retention. Besides taking care of her own unit, she is currently covering another unit due to a vacancy, performing both roles admirably. She always steps up to ease the workload of colleagues when needed. Doreen is among the office's staff who championed a trick-or-treat event for employees and their families, which became a beloved annual tradition at the office. Congratulations, Doreen. Freddie Alfaro. Freddie's a messenger driver for the mail center at the Social Services Agency who, in his 19 years of service, has amassed a wealth of knowledge across a spectrum of duties, making him an invaluable team member. Freddie started at the agency as a records retention specialist in 2004, promoting over the years into his current role in 2019. As a messenger driver with the mail center, Freddie supports all areas of the agency across 16 locations countywide. Due to his extensive knowledge within all areas of the mail center, Freddie is often asked to troubleshoot issues or provide historical perspective on processes. He's adept at tackling challenges such as special projects, managing them from start to finish. Freddie is quick to assist clients, employees, coworkers, and management as needed, and is very mindful of the best use of his time and county resources. He has a positive attitude and is a team player with everyone he works with. Freddie is well respected amongst his peers and managers who would agree that he is well deserving of this award. Congratulations. Thanks. Araceli Munoz. In the dynamic world of emergency response and disaster preparedness, Araceli shines as an exemplary figure through her unwavering commitment and versatility. Starting as an executive assistant at the Santa Clara Valley Medical Center 6 years ago, Araceli's journey took a transformative turn during the COVID-19 pandemic, where her steadfast dedication and resilience became evident. Activated as a disaster service worker, Araceli served at the County Emergency Operations Center and later emerged as a site leader with the COVID-19 community-based mass vaccination and testing team. Her ability to embrace challenges, no matter how complex or unfamiliar, became a hallmark of her work. Proactively seeking knowledge, Araceli delved into the complexities of disaster preparedness through extensive training courses and conferences. She's now adept at teaching large groups about disaster preparedness topics, showcasing her commitment to empowering others with life-saving information. Witnessing Araceli's evolution into this new role has been a joy for those around her. Her enthusiasm, dedication, and exceptional capabilities make her an asset and driving force in the county's disaster preparedness efforts. Thank you. Barney Ronkow. Barney, an assistant civil engineer in the Roads and Airports Infrastructure Development Division, exhibits extraordinary dedication to his role. Barney has a passion for public service, which has had a positive impact on his department and the community. He has participated in numerous community outreach initiatives, and his strong work ethic makes him a role model for colleagues. He often goes the extra mile by taking on challenging assignments and mentoring newly hired engineers. Within the last 4 years, Barney has helped deliver 5 major bridge replacements, among other projects. He's currently the project manager for the construction of 2 bridge replacements in Morgan Hill. Barney's performance in this role has been exceptional. He coordinates closely with residents near the project sites, providing them with regular updates. His commitment to fostering a positive work environment has resulted in enhanced teamwork between the contractor, consultant, and inspectors. His hard work and outstanding working relationships with the contractor team have significantly accelerated project's progress. Barney's a proven leader who demonstrates initiative and fosters a collaborative team environment, and the county is lucky to have him. Congratulations. Andrea DeRocci. Andrea is a star at the Valley Health Plan, where as a Program Manager 3, she leads the agency's behavioral health efforts. She works with VHP members who have mental health and substance use challenges and connects them with the help they need. She's exceptional at doing this, reaching out to providers and collaborating across VHP, the county, and community stakeholders, identifying and collaborating with providers and other resources who can best assist members. Andrea supports them through their crises and any subsequent care and follow-up. It's extremely difficult work, Behavioral health is impacted in our region and nationally, making it very difficult to find providers accepting new patients. The pandemic exacerbated existing mental health issues and led to an increase in mental health clients. Andrea has demonstrated commitment and patience in navigating these challenges for both patients and staff liaisons. She is sought out by colleagues for guidance and assistance. She leaves no stone unturned in assisting members and identifying solutions. Andrea is an example of an ethical and honest employee with a commitment to efficiency and quality service. Congratulations. And we do have one person who couldn't join us, but I'm going to go ahead and read a blurb about her. That's Alexis Diagnisto. In her 6-year tenure with the county, Alexis has emerged as an outstanding leader in public health, making contributions that span the spectrum of the department's operations. Throughout the COVID-19 response, Alexis showcased exceptional organizational and leadership skills, seamlessly transitioning between roles such as coordinating mobile testing, fostering academic collaborations, and spearheading contact tracing efforts. Beyond her immediate responsibilities, Alexis played a pivotal role in elevating the department's efficiency and numerous quality improvement projects, showcasing her capacity to identify and address complex issues. Alexis's dedication to community well-being is evident in her leadership of the Community Engagement and Racial Health Equity Evaluation, a monumental undertaking to assess the collaboration of community-based organizations delivering COVID-19 resources. Her remarkable work and dedication to our community merit commendation for her many contributions to the county, and we congratulate her. Now let's give a huge round of applause to all our recipients. And we're going to turn around and I'll take a group photo together.
Maybe even sideways, but yeah, bring it out. It's not going anywhere. There we go. Yeah. That's right. Oh, there you go. Congratulations to all of you. This meeting is now adjourned. We will reconvene here tomorrow morning for the Board of Supervisors meeting November 2nd at 9:30 a.m. right here.